Theodore Beza Icones, Johannes Reuchlin, Episode 4. Vicit tamen dominatisque pontificis ipsius judicio sophistis, capnio et quamvis non claro porsus igne, fumo tamen edito, qui superiorum temporum caliginem discuteret, sequiturdae mox limpidissimi, pietatis flammae viam praemonstravit. Beza continues, and he says, nevertheless, tamen, it did win, vicit. The subject here is veritas from the previous episode. The truth did win out, and, when the sophists were condemned, that's damnatis sophistis, when the sophists were condemned, and I'm taking this as a masculine, plural, ablative, and as an ablative absolute. They were condemned judicio. Here is a neuter singular ablative of instrument. When they were condemned by the judgment of that very pontiff, that very pope, namely Leo X, who is pictured below, capnio, now we get our subject. Remember, this is his Greek name because the name Reuchlin in German means smoke or smoky. So earlier we learned his Latin name was fumeus. Capnio, even though et quamvis non claro porsus igne, not with entirely clear fire, nevertheless fumo edito, with a smoke that had been issued. And here I am a little uncertain about the correct interpretation, but I'm taking the antecedent of qui here, not to be capnio, but fumo. So qui is definitely masculine singular and nominative, as is fumo. So with the smoke that had been issued forth, edito, a smoke which discuteret, would dislodge or dispel the caliginem, the darkness or the chaos of the earlier times, superiorum temporum, neuter plural genitive. And I'll explain now why this is a little bit in doubt as to the proper interpretation. As I said, I'm taking the antecedent of qui as fumo, meaning smoke. Capnio I take as the subject of praemonstravit, and the subject of vicit, as previously mentioned, being veritas from the previous portion. The que here then connects vicit and praemonstravit. So capnio showed forth, praemonstravit, the viam, the path, and we'll have to deal with this modification in just a moment. He showed forth the path, even though he did so non claro porsus igne, not with an entirely clear fire. So he didn't walk before with an entirely clear fire to show the path. Nevertheless, tamen, he showed the path with a kind of smoke, fumo, that he released. And this is part of Beza's elaborate pun, of course, on the name capnio, the name Reuchlin, and the name fumeus, because they all mean in their respective languages smoke. So then, a smoke which discuteret, would or was intended to dislodge or dispel the caliginem. Now, caliginem can mean whirlwind, it can mean darkness or obscurity. So the reason that I find this a little bit implausible is, how is it that smoke can dispel darkness? Well, smoke can't, but fire can. And so, all things considered, I believe the antecedent of qui is fumo, but it is a little bit of an odd metaphor, I find it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that free lesson. Please like and subscribe, hit the bell. You can also become a patron at patreon.com/LatinPerDiem. And if you really loved it, you can leave a tip right here as a super fan. Thank you so much.